Hi, this is Pat, and I have a book to read. It's called Sea Slime. It's ooey, gooey, and under the sea. The author is Helen Prager, and the illustrator is Shanna Bursey. Under the sea, there is something gooey. It slips, slides, and sticks. Lots of the ocean animals have it. They use it to go fast and to find food. Some under the sea creatures even use it to avoid becoming someone else's lunch. It's sea slime. The jellyfish drips slowly in the sea. It is shaped like an umbrella with stringy, stingy tentacles and long, frilly feeding arms that hang down. The jellyfish is not really a swimmer. It just pumps itself way up and sinks back down. This creature does just use no ocean goo. Its whole body is see-through slime. Many snails live in the ocean. Some snails swim, some float, and others crawl across the seafloor. The sea slug mainly crawls. It is a snail with no shell. Sea slugs are very colorful creatures. Some have stripes and others wear polka dots. They move slowly over the sand, climbing up coral and tiptoeing across ropes of algae. To go faster, a sea slug travels over its own slippery goo. It slithers, slips, and slides across slime. Swimming snails use fins like wings to fly through the sea. They are called petropods or sea butterflies. Some sea butterflies have shells, while others do not. They have a strange and sticky way to find food. Sea butterflies blow a bubble of mucus like a parachute of sticky goo. Drifting bits and pieces of tiny creatures get stuck to their floating bubble. For a yummy feast, these swimming snails slurp up their bubbles of slime. In the sea, there is another snail that floats. The violet snail has a spiral purple shell. It makes a raft out of bubbles to stay afloat. They are bubbles of purple slime. Fish use undersea goo too. In the coral reef lives a colorful parrotfish. During the day, it nibbles algae and scrapes seaweed off the rocks. At night, some parrotfish find its safety cozy place to sleep. They nestle down in holes in the reef and then do some very special for protection. While they are sleeping, these fish create a cocoon of goo. It is their only blanket of slime. The cute clownfish has a partner under the sea. The clownfish swims and sleeps in the stingy arms of an anemone for protection. But what does that clownfish get stung? A layer of goo on the fish prevents it from getting hurt. The clownfish wear a wetsuit of slime. Is it a snake? Is it an eel? No, this is a fish. Look like a little bit like a both. The hagfish is a long, skinny, and slippery fish. It lives on the bottom, deep in the sea. When danger comes along, the hagfish makes under the sea goo, lots of goo. The hagfish covers its enemies in sticky, slippery slime. These undersea creatures also look like snakes. They are long and have pointy snouts and are very sharp teeth. But don't worry, you are not a good meal for the moray eel. They like to eat things like small crabs, worms, octopus, and fish. Moray eels don't have scales like fish. Instead, their body is coated with a slippery goo. They wear an overcoat of slime. The squid is an amazing ocean animal. It has big eyes, 8 arms, and 2 tentacles. It can swim slowly or go fast like a jet. The squid can hover like a helicopter and change its color super fast. If another animal tries to eat the squid, it has another trick up its 8 arms. The squid can squirt out icky goo and create an undersea smoke screen of slime. Deep in the dark sea swims a real weird creature. It looks like a plump velvet football with a large head, 8 arms, 2 tentacles, and 2 big balls for eyes. The vampire squid is one of the ocean's strangest animals. It can even shoot beads of glowing goo from the tips of its arms. The vampire squid has an 8-armed squirt gun that fires slime. They are not fish or squids or snails. They look a lot like rocks sitting on the seafloor, but corals are much more. They are a colony of small animals called polyps. The coral polyp is mostly just a ring of tentacles around the stomach. As tiny animals drift by the polyps, capture and eat them. Coral also has a very special way to wash off what lands on top of them. They make a slippery goo that slides off their sides. Coral can wash with slime. It is very slippery, really gooey, and sometimes sticky. In the sea, slime comes in handy. If you live in the ocean, you might have some too. Would you make slime slide or have slime squirt gun? Would you create a blanket of slime or use a bit to wash off dirt? Or how about blowing a bubble of slime as a net to capture your food? If you live under the sea, how would you use your slime? Here is some stuff that you can use to learn more about the slime and the creatures that have it.